Next game on our list is the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs are 9.5-point favorites in this game with an over-under of 46.5 points. Both these teams at 2-2 sit atop of the the NFC South. AJ, what are you looking for from your Falcons in this game against the Bucs?
I will not take the low-hanging fruit. I know everyone wants me to talk about Kyle Pitts, but it's going to take more than that. Cordero Patterson's out, and while we have been one of the better rushing teams in the NFL over the last couple weeks, to do it now with basically two rookies and Tyler Algier, who's looked impressive, and Caleb Huntley, who had a good showing last week, I don't know that that's the case. I haven't heard if Damian Williams is back this week or if they have activated him. I need to go check on that. But first, it's going to have to be the run game. And whether that includes Marcus Mariota is yet to be seen. And that's the second thing is Marcus Mariota. Last week was a piss-poor showing, horrible. The fact that we grinded out a win was impressive with what he did. 7 for 19, 48 quarterback rating. Like, that can't do it, especially against a defense like the Bucs. They're going to be coming fast and hard on defense. That pressure is going to be nuts, despite what Drew Dahlman at center has been able to do. They allow Drew Dahlman, man. He's the new center.
Shout out Drew Dahlman.
That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, but over the last two games, allowed a 40% pressure rate. That's not going to get it done against the Bucs. So this running game has to be efficient, and it's against one of the hardest defenses to run on. And we already know the Kyle Pitts story. I'm not going to beat that to death, but let's get him involved. Let's get him involved.
Tom Brady is 10-0 against the Atlanta Falcons in his career. He has owned the Atlanta Falcons when it comes to those matchups. Is this? Oh man, the Falcons are a team that that record. I don't. They've been playing hard. They're up there in the hard list, but I think when Tom Brady said that there's a lot of just bad football, I think that's on the side of the Atlanta Falcons as well. But Aaron, in this game for the Bucs, what do you in a game where you're heavily favored like this, and it's like you're supposed to win this game? What do you want to see from the Bucs?
Well, right now Tampa just has to get their offense going. Their offense is obviously the Achilles heel, and last week they started to get that. They were able to put some points against Kansas City, but it was late. It was after they were already down. It was their worst defensive performance. Obviously, I think the defense gets right here against Atlanta. So it's about Tom Brady finding that connection, but you also worry about the injury. He has to get Godwin. He has to get Brate. He has to get Julio and Gage and Mike Evans. They have to get that going, but they also have to get that running game going. Fournette has not been very good over the past couple of weeks in the running game. They have to start running the football. I'm a big believer that Rachaad White needs to play a little bit more. I know you guys love, especially you and Dylan, love playoff Lenny, but it can't just be him. It can't. He's going to get banged up. And we're only 4 games into the season. And last week, they didn't run him at all. Last week, I believe he had 3 carries for -3 yards, which is not what Tampa Bay's offense wants to do. He hasn't really had a good day since that week 1 performance against Dallas when he went 21 for 127. So the running game has been non-existent. They need to get some other guys involved in that running game so that Fournette isn't going to be losing steam as the season goes on. Maybe they give Fournette a rest like they did a couple of years ago. Maybe they inactivate him for a few games and say, hey, rest up.
They've been getting him involved in the passing game, but that rushing attack just seems like there's nothing going.
Like, touches are great when you get a guy. I'm sorry. Most NFL defenses do not care if you check down to your running back 9 times a game. They love that. They're like, you can't beat us doing that. So from a fantasy perspective, yeah, we love catches by Leonard Fournette, but that's not doing anything to a defense. Defenses want you to do that. So for me, it's got to be the physicalness of a Leonard Fournette running the football, that offensive line getting a push up front, because we know they're banged up on that offensive line, and they haven't been able to do that. And so as good as Tom Brady is, he is at his best when they are able to run the football and he can play action and hit those quick hitters over the middle to tight end, to Mike Evans, and then hit those deep balls down the field to Julio Jones or Godwin or Mike Evans or whoever. And right now, they don't seem to have that rhythm offensively. It's a lot of 3 and outs. It's a lot of 2 yards, incomplete pass, punt. And that, to me, is not what Tampa Bay and the Brady offense has been known for. So offensively, they need to get right. This is a great game to get right. Albeit Atlanta has played tough, and they have 2 good corners on the outside in Hayward and Terrell. It's
why
they
it's a perfect
still are
game.
overmatched.
Yeah, that's why
They're
it's a
still
perfect game, because it's still a tough. It's like it's not going to be an easy win, but it's a game that they should win, and that it's a game that they should be able to get back on track. I'm looking for the Bucs to get to finally score in the first quarter. They're one of 4 teams without a first quarter touchdown this season. Cardinals, Patriots, and Jets, all teams that have been struggling this season. The Bucs do not want to be on that list, so I look for the Bucs to get out early in this game and get a touchdown early. They win this game for me 30 to 21. 30 to 21 Bucs. AJ, what do you think your Falcons do?
I also have the Bucs in this game, as sad as it is to say. I hope I'm wrong, but I got the Bucs 31-24.
Aaron?
Yeah, you would love to see the Atlanta Falcons score 24 points against the Bucs, wouldn't you? I will say
last season. So
now we're doing last season. Yeah, last season with a better Matt Ryan.
First time they played with a better Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan is better. Matt Ryan was better last year.
I heard it differently. I heard it differently.
It'll be 31-17.
There you go.